What's up, everybody? Make sure that you hit that like button on your way in. Get started in just a minute. We're talking about some comic books. We're talking about some other stuff like that. I hope you all had a very good weekend. If you happen to have a family, I hope you and your family had a great weekend. If you went out and celebrated Mother's Day with a special woman in your life, we certainly did here. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button. We'll get started in just a minute. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Second Street Marvel. I hope you're all having a very good day today. Here we are on Monday morning, and if I'm not mistaken, I mean, is something special happening today? I don't know. Is it true? Did that trailer drop? I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to the interwebs. Supposedly, there's a Venom trailer that's supposed to be dropping. If it's already dropped, we'll go ahead and get into that in just a few minutes here. Just after, we'll save it for the end. We'll save it for the end, towards the end of the show. We'll do that. And I'm going to talk about some other things that I have going on here today. Again, thank you all so much for being here. If you are here, make sure that you hit that like button on your way in. Make sure that you're subscribed, and make sure you click that little bell so you have notifications on anytime I go live or anytime I upload a new video. You could also make sure that you share this video out with your friends. Tell them all to come hang out here on 2nd Street, and we'll, talk some stuff. Like, we're going to talk some stuff here in just a minute. Before we start talking stuff, a few things I wanted to talk about. Yeah, that's the main topic we're talking about, is support comics. What does that mean? Well, anyway, first thing I want to talk about is this right here. Baby Teeth issue number 17 just dropped this last week. Make sure you head out to your local comic book shop and pick up this book. It's here pretty soon, here in the coming days. If you haven't already, you should be able to find this cover right here, for this special variant cover for Baby Teeth issue number 17 at your local comic book shop, if they are part of the Aftershock Comics Ambassador program. These are Ambassador exclusives. Only comic shops who have Aftershock Comics Ambassadors will be getting these covers. So, hey, I mean, maybe you need to tell your local comic book shop to get on the Ambassador list if they are not already on. So, anyway, yeah, there's that out. I actually got a chance to read this issue number 17 of Baby Teeth, and I thought it was pretty good. I never read any of the previous series, so I don't know what that was like. But I'll show you this nice little some of the interior here. Let me check that out. That's a pretty good representation of what you're going to get out of this comic book right here. So, yeah, give that a gander, right? Altogether, like I said, I've never read this before. I thought this book was pretty good. You guys know, in case you guys don't follow me here, I'm not a huge Donny Cates fan. But one of the other things I also did here over the weekend was I finally got done reading the Matrix comics, and I got to tell you, this was a good book. I really enjoyed it. It's nearly 400 pages, man. And like getting into that, I was saying like, man, this is like nearly 400. Okay, like 380 pages. I think there's probably 400 total by the time you get to the end of this thing. Okay, there's over 400 pages, but that's with like some of the art pages and all that stuff. But like overall, there's nearly 400 pages of art and stories in this book, and I got to say, I finally got through it. Bunch of stories, very good stuff, very, very good stuff in this book, it really took me back to like, 1999, it was 2000 when the Matrix came out and all. It really kind of gave me that feeling again, getting back into like when the Matrix Reloaded came out, and then Matrix Revolutions. Like, dude, I'm telling you, back in those days, I was all about it. I was all about the Matrix. Like, I know when the sequels, especially when the sequels were coming out, I was working down in Santa Clarita at the time. I was working in Stevenson's Ranch at the Walmart down there, and I had, we were unloading trucks, and we had several people, of us that were nerds and stuff, and we, just into nerdy stuff. And one of these guys, Brian, he was just like me, man. He was like, I mean, like, this dude was like the brother I never had growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like it was great. And we were pretty good friends. Dated his sister for a while, but that's different. That's a different story. That's a whole totally different story. But anyway, cool dude, great family, and he was very nerdy about the Matrix too. Remember, I used to go over their house and hang out and stuff, and he had like all the little Matrix. I think they were McFarlane. Were they McFarlane toys that they had for the Matrix? Of like Neo, and dude, he had all of them. Dude, they were badass. I wish I had some of those things right now. Because that's how I feel reading this book. Reading this book really got me back there in that same kind of mode, feeling like, oh, like, the Matrix has you, right? So I'm going to be doing probably a longer format review for this book overall. It's going to have chapters. It's going to be just like the book. It's going to be just like the book. So altogether, I thought this was a very good read here. Again, thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you are, if you are here and you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you don't, hey, feel free to give it a thumbs down. It's all good. I don't care. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Oh, also check this out. I was gonna show this off too. See, I got the Matrix box set thing. Yeah, you can see that there. Yeah, remember, got the it's got all the movies and stuff in there, and Anyway, it's pretty cool box. Like I said, continuing to get stuff set up here in the studio, changing things up. The look's gonna be it's all work in progress. But yeah, I thought it was a very, very good book, and definitely worth. I think it was like $39. $39? Yeah, $39.99. For this book, and I thought it was very worth it. Again, it comes in this nice hardcover format. It's bound. You can see it's how it's bound and everything, dude. I really did enjoy this book, and you know what? After getting through it all. One of the things I was kind of complaining about, even like except for maybe towards the beginning, how when you open it up all the way, it doesn't lay flat, and that's kind of a one little nitpick. Other than that, I thought this book, good quality. I really like it. It's like, and it's so nice. Like I set it down, like I'm like wanting to take care of it, like it's one of my regular, like one of the regular comic books. Like, oh, put on the white gloves. Anyway, I thought it was a very good read. We're going to be reviewing that one very soon. Now, the other one that I did get into as well was Tales from the Crypt. This, the EC Archives. This right here, I think I've gotten about halfway through it now. I think I've gotten about halfway. Let me see, what story am I in? Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty close to just about past halfway through it. Almost halfway. One, two. Yeah, I'm about through the third story on here, and there's 6 total stories in here. Now, each one of these books that's in here was like 40 pages each, like, or something, or 30, 40 pages, something like that. Pretty good size books that they had in these issues, and I really did enjoy that. But getting into these stories has been really great too, because the art is there. It's got that old school art, like these books. I'm dead sure I seen some of these books when I was growing up. But getting into these books and everything, it's so damn good because you're getting some of that old school art and everything. Like the ones that I'm reading right now are by oh man, what's his name? Johnny. I know somebody's gonna Johnny Craig. Doing a lot of the work in here. Very, very good stuff in here. There's a nice little introduction to this book and why they started putting this book together. I'll read some of that stuff when I sit here and do the review for this. But a very good introduction here by Grant Geisman, and then it's got a foreword by John Carpenter. So very, like I said, this book is very good. Getting in here into these stories and everything, you get like they're horror stories, Tales from the Crypt. What was the other one? Crypt of Terror. And the thing is, like, they're not like they're tales of good and bad, moral rights and wrongs and things like that. They're not necessarily like horror stories, but like that's the thing about it is the stories themselves are they're terror-tastic, they're terrorific. They like in that sense that they are kind of teaching you good, bad, right, wrong, different things like that. What happens when you do something bad? What happens when you're doing something for whatever motives you're doing? Just like very, very cool stuff. And a lot of these things we've probably seen in the TV shows and movies and different stuff like that. Just similar, very similar themes. Like I said, I'm reading through this and I'm like, I'm dead sure this was in the show. Wasn't this in? I don't know. I could be wrong. But I thought, again, getting into this about halfway through, Tales from the Crypt, the EC Archives has been excellent. Now, it's published by Dark Horse Comics. These things are $19.99. They retail for $19.99. You can pick these up at your local comic book shop. They do have several others out as well, and I thought they had some of them kind of advertised in here. And I believe I put another one of these things on order too, but yeah, right here in the back, they have listed all the different formats and versions that you can find of these. And I'm telling you, very worth it. These and you can see how it's in like a bigger kind of square format, how it's bound and everything. Like this is a nice quality book. I was reading this when we went down to Zuma Beach yesterday. In case you can't tell, I don't know. Can you guys tell? I'm a little red. There's a little bit of you guys see the little bit of redness there? It's a little bit of everywhere. Yeah, just hanging out in the sun at the beach. It was a good time. I was walking down the beach, reading my comic book. It was nice. Walking in the nice sand. It wasn't cool. It was cool. It wasn't hot. For me, like I'm not a beach person. It was like the perfect kind of day to get out there. It's the perfect kind of day to get out there. Definitely. But anyway, let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. We've got something else I want to talk about here. But I'll get in here and say what's up to everybody before we go ahead and get into one of the first things that I wanted to talk about today. But let's see who all we got here. We got my man Reefer Man Reviews here saying hi, having boomer issues. No boomer issues. I was just taking a minute to get started this morning. That was all. Just running. I wouldn't even say a little behind. I mean, okay, yeah, I guess you could say that, a little behind this morning. Here, let me get this camera moved a little bit here. It's messing with me. It's not placed in the right. It's not. I know, dude. I'm sorry. I'm probably getting you guys all dizzy and stuff. Probably getting you all dizzy. There we go. That a little bit better. That a little bit better. There we go. All right. But yeah, no boomer issues. It's just a few minutes. Just running a few minutes behind. Let's see. Wookie Lives Matter says I backed White Cat Comics' new upcoming book, Witch Hunter. Witch Hunter, huh? Interesting. Never heard of White Cat Comics or Witch Hunter, but is that on Indiegogo or is that on Kickstarter? Let me know, Wookie Lives. I'll have to go check that out. Maybe we'll check that out during the show. Maybe we'll check it out. Man, Baby T's still going. Shit, I need to catch up. Yeah. It's on. Yeah, issue number 17 just came out, Wayne. So I'm not sure where you left off, but yeah, still going. Well, it just started back up. Apparently, it was on a nice long hiatus. I apologize if you can hear that. I don't know. Let's see. Hey, dude, do you need to read the? You need to read the entire Baby Tits. So bloody fun. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that since I have access to read all of those. I'm gonna go ahead and get those read. And the thing is, like, I'm not a big Donny Cates fan in the first place. I'm just not a big Donny Cates fan. But this issue that I read, I thought it was actually pretty good. And everybody always says, dude, you need to read more of his indie stuff. And I want to definitely read more of his indie stuff because I read the first arc of Thor. It was okay. It was good. I liked it. But I didn't read after that. It's Venom and all that stuff. I don't care. Oh man. But yeah. Spencer, thank you so much for being here. Ivan says picked up Noctera 3 and Good Asian number 1 yesterday. Nice. I haven't read Noctera. I've heard good things about it. I've heard it's pretty good. I've seen like some of the interiors or I think I've seen some of the interiors and then I've seen maybe one of the covers for like issue number 2 or something. I was like, dang man, like that actually looks like a good book. I wasn't sold before that. I'm like, I don't know. But again, I'm not really familiar with Scott Snyder. Haven't read a whole lot of his work or anything, so I don't know. But a lot of people have been enjoying it. Good one. And Good Asian. I thought Good Asian, that first issue, I thought it was pretty decent. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I thought it was a pretty good crime noir that was dealing with the Asian cop and everything. I thought it was pretty good. I could hear you talking barely behind the intro music. That's why I said the boner issues. Oh no. I was playing with the mic. I had it muted then unmuted. Yeah, no. Yeah, well, cuz my phone, it wasn't boomer issues. Like for some reason the iPad, the app for running Streamlabs, the Stream Deck, it's not working on my iPad, so I had to pull up the one on my phone here. Yeah, I had to pull up that's what that was, but yeah. Not necessarily boomer, that was just a minor tech issue. Yeah. Wookie said, okay, it's on Indiegogo. I'll have to check that out. Nocturne is awesome, loving it. Only 2 issues behind, you're good to go then. Yeah. Same, been really liking Nocturne. Nice. All right. Awesome. I like Kate's Marvel works. Been reading his Thor and slowly catching up on Venom. All right. Yeah, good deal. I think for me, like, I'm just not a big Thor fan. I'm just not a huge Thor fan. And Venom, I'm just not a big Venom fan either. Like, Venom's cool and everything, but just not really big into those 2 particular characters. So that's for the most part why I don't read them. And not really into him. It's not necessarily Kate so much as it is the characters that he's got. And everybody's like, oh, it's so good. I'm like, maybe so. I'm not saying I want him to write the Amazing Spider-Man. Hell, I'd be happy if Marvel just went and backtracked a little and brought Leia Williams back and did the Amazing Mary Jane series again. I'd be happy if they just did that. That'd be great. Like, you can take, you don't need that X book and stuff out there. She's doing that. Just put her on Amazing Mary Jane. Dude, I'm telling you, that book was genius. It was perfect. It was a good book. Plus, you had that Carlos Gomez art in there. How could you not love some Carlos Gomez art? Now he's doing that America Chavez book that I wish I could read, but I can't. I'm not going to read that book just to see his art. I want a good story at least. Or at least with a character I like. But point being is Marvel's going to have to earn my business back. Well, at least on current titles. We're going into some omnibuses and stuff. They're going to get me there. But guys, one of the things that I wanted to talk about here, one of the things I wanted to show up, and let me know if you guys have checked this out and seen this or anything. Indie comic books is something that a lot of people, I myself I'm into. That's pretty much that's all that's on my pull list at this point. But I seen this tweet the other day. On, what was it, Friday? Maybe it was on Saturday. I seen this tweet from this writer Lonnie Nadler. Lonnie Nadler's, he's a pretty good writer. I've read several books that he has written. He's co-wrote a couple of books with Zach Thompson. Some very good stuff. Again, he's another kind of heady writer. He did Black Stars Above, which was a very good book. He also did. He's co-writing Undone by Blood with Lonnie Nadler and Zach Thompson are co-writing that together. Lonnie Nadler's a pretty good writer, but he put this tweet out there. He says, so many of my creator friends have expressed a desire to quit comics or find an alternative or an alternate career recently. This is not a reflection of these individuals or their resolve, but rather of an industry that so rarely rewards hard work, artistry, and passion. Says the comic industry is ferocious, has been for decades. We need to find a way to better uplift those who pour their hearts into these books. As creators, publishers, readers, we must work toward building a space with more loyalty and more respect and more honesty. Now I gotta tell you, I like Lonnie Nadler. He's wrote some books that I really do, that I really have enjoyed. And I gotta say, he's not wrong here. For the most part, he's absolutely right. I mean, there's he said the part I absolutely agree with here. I absolutely agree with this. As creators, publishers, readers, we must work toward building a space with more loyalty, more respect, and more honesty, right? No, he's absolutely right in that. He's absolutely right in that. Now, the thing that I have that I want to say here is, well, let's just go back. Let's just go back a little bit. The first to this first statement, he says, "So many of my creator friends have expressed a desire to quit comics or find an alternate career recently. This is not a reflection of these individuals or their resolve, but it actually is, right? I mean, it is. It is a reflection of the individuals and their resolve. But rather of an industry that so rarely rewards hard work, artistry, and passion. Okay, now here's where I gotta say, like seriously, like one thing, like there's not an industry out there that's gonna reward you for your hard work, for your artistry, or for your passion. Right? Like if chances are you're probably already working in it. If there is, there's not a whole lot of industries that do that reward you. It's so rare that any industry rewards you for those things. It's not just the comics industry. This is something that is a fact of life. Everything in your life is going to come, is going to be that. Is going to be that. Not every industry is going to reward you for things because you know why? That's life. There's not everybody out there. A company, a corporation that you might work with, a boss at work, they may not see all of your work, every little thing that you do. The customer that you serve don't see every little thing that you do. Every single person that walks through that door where you work at, you think they're thankful for you? You think they care that you're there doing your job? And even the ones that do you think they're going to walk up to you every single time and say, hey, man, I hope you're having a good day. You're doing a good job. You a pat on the back, maybe a tip that your boss, you'll probably get in trouble for taking your boss finds out. That's not how it works. I mean, it'd be nice. It'd be nice. Now, the thing is you can't always expect that, right? You can't always expect that out of any kind of industry. I don't care what job you're working. You think when I worked at McDonald's, people didn't care? You think that was going to be rewarded no matter how hard I worked there? I worked at Walmart for years. I did some great things there. I learned a lot. I did a lot. Had many successes and many failures working in an environment like that. You think at any point, no matter how good I did, there's going to be that pat on the back, that reward, that, no. They come and they go. Like that. That's all it is. You can only look at those little milestones. You can only look at those little things, those little crowning achievements. And do you need proof of them? Maybe you do. But the thing is you're always going to have that opposition there. Nothing's ever going to be easy. You're going to have to work hard for every single little thing that you get, every little piece of recognition that you get. If that's all you want is recognition and a pat on the back, you should probably just quit. Not just comics, but life, because that's not how life works. It's just not how life works. Very rarely does anybody ever get rewarded for their hard work, artistry, or passion. Very, very rarely. So if you don't realize this, I don't know what else to say. Very rarely do people get rewarded for those things in the first place. Very rarely. It's not just in the comic book industry. This is not something that is unique to this situation, to this industry. And absolutely 100%, this is a reflection of these individuals and their resolve. It's a reflection. It's not who they are, but it's a reflection of who they are. It's showing that they're having doubts. It's showing that they have, have thought about other things. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay for that to be a reflection of them. That is what makes them human. That is what makes them just like anybody else. And if they push forward and continue and reach some sort of success or to whatever measure or level they want to, you know, that's a reflection of them and their resolve, right? If they quit, that's a reflection of them and their resolve. So you can't sit here and tell me that this is not a reflection of these individuals. It is. It is. It is. But as I'm saying, the point is many of these people have maybe never had real jobs. I'm just saying maybe they never have. Maybe some of these people got out of college. Maybe they got a place where maybe they had a job or maybe they were doing something. Who knows? They were getting paid for their work or whatnot. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe they had a regular job that they were working and then they went into the industry. The point being is it's very rarely ever rewarded, and it's absolutely a reflection of you, right? That's absolutely a reflection of you and your resolve. But let's I mean getting past that. I mean, let me know what you guys think about that. Am I wrong there? That is kind of the thing. It is a reflection of these individuals and the resolve. But that doesn't mean, the real reflection is going to be how the outcome is. That's going to be the real reflection. The reflection of them having doubt and everything. We all have doubt. You know what? I'm pretty confident in everything I do. I have self-doubt sometimes when I do things. I'm like, I don't know. See how it's going to turn out, you know? Even though I'm, yeah, doing pretty good, but everybody still has self-doubt. And you know what? It's a reflection of being human. That's all that is. But let's go ahead and let's get in here into this next part that I wanted to get into here. Getting back into getting back into this this post that he put up here, where he says the comic industry is ferocious. Yes, it is. Just like most industries has been for decades. We need to find a better way to We need to find a better way to uplift those who pour their hearts into these books. I mean, look, people pour their hearts into a lot of things, and again, they don't get rewarded for it. If you're doing things just to seek that reward, just to seek that recognition, it's gonna end in heartbreak every damn time. If that's all you're doing something for is just to get the recognition, it's not like you're not gonna be happy that way. The recognition, if especially in what we're talking about here, look, you're doing these things because you're passionate about it. Do you want to make money and get rewarded in that way? Absolutely. You want to make a living and do good at something you're passionate about, right? I love riding bicycles, but riding bicycles isn't going to pay my damn bills. No matter how passionate I am about it, no matter how good I am at it, right? Well, especially at this age, especially, I know that. At 40 plus years old, I'm not going to go out there and win the Tour de France. It's not going to happen. No matter how passionate, how hard I work, or anything like how hard I train. At best, I might be able to get on a team and go be one of the people that they're going to use for some stages to, help pull the peloton for, a couple stages, minutes at a time. That's really about it. You know what I mean? But even then, I probably still could do it. And that's okay. But but that's the thing is we all pour ourselves into things. There's nothing we can do about that if people aren't liking what you're doing. If people don't like what you're doing, you've got to find the audience. You've got to find the audience for what you're doing and for who, like in this situation, who wants your books. If I don't like what you're writing about, I can't do that. A book that I don't like, like, hey, say you're doing a book about magic or something. I don't like magic, like I'm not in like magic books, if I'm just not into it, I read the book, I'm like, yeah, it's all right. It's a good book if you like this. I can't go out there and like, you know what I mean? Right. Anyway, but he also says, as creators, publishers, readers, we must work toward building a space with more loyalty, more respect, and more honesty. Okay, now this is the biggest part right here. As creators, publishers, readers, we must work toward building a space with more loyalty, more respect, and more honesty. And let me know how you guys feel about that. Let me know how you guys feel about that down in the comments below. As creators, publishers, readers, we must work towards building a space with more loyalty, more respect, and more honesty. Loyalty, respect, honesty. Well, that's really like the tricky one, is it not? Loyalty, respect, and honesty. I mean, loyalty is really, look, loyalty is pretty much hard to expect out of a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. And that's not to say that people aren't loyal, but to what depths of loyalty are you looking for somebody's loyalty, right? For one, you got to define that. I mean, there's really only so far that people are going to be loyal to you. No matter who you are, there's a certain level there. But respect. I mean, look, I cannot like somebody 100% and completely respect them. That's not hard for me. You know, you could be the person I hate the most. I could still have a little bit of respect for you. Just because I don't like you, don't mean I don't have respect for you. But then honesty kind of crumbles all of those things down, right? The honesty kind of crumbles all of those things down, because sometimes, people, when they hear these honest things, and they take them to heart. And that kind of maybe affects their respect for somebody and what they think is the loyalty. If you go out there and, say you're honest with them, and being honest in a criticism or something that they're doing, you might regard that as not being loyal and not being respectful, because you don't like somebody's critique. You don't like somebody's take. Right? So really, while these words have meaning, they do have meaning. The meaning is what you, how you're meaning them. Like, if you want somebody to respect, like, y'all, you can't criticize me. And that's not what he's saying. Believe me, like I said, Lonnie Nadler's a good dude. I haven't seen this guy on Twitter acting all outrageous and being weird or starting fights with people. I have not seen him do that. So don't for 1 second think that I'm sitting here trying to say that Lonnie Nadler is one of these people out there that's going out there and fighting with people. He don't do that. I have not seen Lonnie Nadler do that. I'm trying to talk about the industry. That's what I'm talking about here. The industry and a lot of the people out there who interact with in it. Because one of the things that I want to say is, one of the things that happened to me not too long ago was, there's actually a writer out there who I was already reading this particular comic book in this comic book series, right? I was already reading it. And this person, posted like, hey, anybody want to read and review this latest issue? I'm like, yeah, hey, bro. Like, it hadn't come out yet. I was like, hey, right here, bro. And so he went ahead and forwarded me the issues, right? The new digital and I think the couple previous to that of the series. And I'm like, oh, cool. No, I already got I got these already, but I'll get this read and reviewed. And he's like, oh, be careful with like some of the art and especially like the ending and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Gotcha. Like, most of the time I just show the first couple pages of art and talk about the story. That's really about it. I don't try to spoil the comic books in a regular review. And I was like, but I'll record it and I'll send you a link and you can check it out. And he's like, all right, cool. So I went, I read the issue, and I recorded a video. I want to say it might have been about a day or two later. I got the video uploaded and went to share it with him, and he had me blocked. he had me blocked on Twitter, right? Like he blocked me. So I couldn't even message him. I couldn't even send the link to him. I'm like, oh, hey, here's this video, this review I did of your book that you sent me the digital copies for. This is a person I hadn't even dealt with online. Hadn't even really had any like social media interactions with on Twitter, Facebook. I mostly know him on Twitter, Instagram, just Nothing. I'm not one of those people who has the hashtag in my I don't have a hashtag Comicsgate or a hashtag Phantom Menace or anything in there. So somebody's gonna blockchain me or whatever that stuff is. With the block where they block you and all. Yeah, where they block the keyword. Yeah, I don't have none of that. But I'm telling you, days later, after this guy sent me these comics to review, I was blocked. I'm like, okay, so like, what do you want? What do you want? Like, what was it? Did I even? What did I say or do that made you block me? Like, I don't get it. Right? I don't get. I'm lost here. I don't know. Read the books. Like, how do you expect me to review and promote your book if I can't even tag you in the post? Right? I mean, at that point, that's just saying that you don't want me to review your book and tell people about your book, especially when I have nothing but good things to say about your book. I've literally said nothing but good things about this particular writer and their book. Didn't even critique and say, oh, this is stupid, this is shitty, this sucks, this art, this color, this writing, nothing. I get back on Twitter a couple days later, uploaded after I spent my time recording this video, reading this book and recording this video, spent my money, right? And believe me, guys, you guys know me. I'm not upset at this person. I could give a shit less. That's their prerogative. If they don't want to block me on Twitter, you know what? Chances are, well, they're either a sensible individual or they're very nonsensible. Take your pick. But the point being is, I'm like, okay, so where does that come in at? Where does the building a space with more loyalty, more respect, and more honesty come in there? Right? Like to me, like, respectfully, that's pretty fucked up. Right? You send out your work to somebody like, oh, hey, here, review this, and go spread the good word. God damn it. There we go. And spread the good word about my book. Spread the good word about my book. Oh, but you know I'm going to block you, so then you can't. Like, really? And he's not the first one. There's another one, too. This other guy out there that I've read some books by him. I'm like, hey, this is pretty good. This dude, he blocked me, too. And I'm like, and then the funny thing is, these are people that you see here on Twitter and things like that who actually gripe about their books not doing good. Hey, go support my book. Hey, my book's not doing so good. You guys want to... But then people who are actually reading and buying your shit and doing videos, reviews, and recommending your shit, you go and you block on social media. Where's your loyalty? Where's your respect? Where's your need for honesty? The thing is like I said, Lonnie Nadler's a good dude, and he's not wrong in what he's saying. He's absolutely right. But you're saying something for yourself, and you cannot speak for everybody else in your industry, especially some of the people that you work closely with, because I know some of these people specifically that have done this and do this stuff. So you sit there and you say and you pretend like you want your book to do good, like you want people to read your book, but then you go out there and you don't create a space for loyalty, for respect, or for honesty. What you want is somebody kissing your ass. Is that what you want? Somebody just kissing your ass? Blowing smoke up your ass to make you feel good? Does that make you feel good? Want somebody to blow smoke up your ass? Like, hey, your book's good. No, your book sucks. Is that what you want? Just somebody to... That's not what you want. You want that loyalty, you want that respect and that honesty, but it's a two-way fucking street. You can't ask for it and not be open for the criticism, for the honesty. To be willing to extend a little bit of respect to somebody for their time, for even sending the shit to somebody to review, and then you fucking block them so they can't promote your shit. Like I said, I know it's not Lonnie Nadler, but I'm telling you, I can see, and I've seen some of the responses to some of the stuff. I'm just like, some of these people tweeting it and talking about it and everything. I'm like, You're some of those people. You're some of those. And here's the thing is, you can't have it both ways, right? You can't have people who want to buy your book and respect you and be honest with you if you don't create the space to be able to, if you don't create that space to be able to get that loyalty or that respect or anything like that. You have to create that as the creator. That's on you. That's why it comes down to the first thing, where this is a reflection of these creators and their resolve. Somebody don't agree with something you say politically, or your he's, hims, or your pronouns in your bio, so you just block them. You're not setting the table of a place for respect, for loyalty, for honesty. You're not setting that table. You're setting the table for a table that says you can only sit here if you say something that I like. That's what you're doing, right? But that's not what you want. You want one thing, or at least you say you do, but you're getting the other because that's what you set the table for, right? You know, you don't set the table for breakfast if you're having Thanksgiving dinner. But that's just me. Like I said, and then he went on here. He went on here in this statement too, and said, to be clear, I'm not personally considering quitting comics. He says, I love the medium, I love the work, love the people. However, I can empathize with those who do feel burnt out, and I want this to be a better, healthier industry for everyone. And I absolutely agree with that. And like I said, Lonnie Nadler's a good dude, and I agree with what he's saying here. I think most people would. Most people do. I think even the people that he's talking about, even the people that I'm talking about do. But the thing is like I said, you're not willing to let that avenue open up. You're not willing to invite people to the table to share their opinion with you that you don't like their opinion. And it's messed up. So you can't have it both ways. You cannot have it both ways. You either take the criticism and the honesty, and you got to take the criticism and the honesty. You're not going to build your loyalty or respect without it. At all. You're not going to build the loyalty or the respect if you can't even take the honesty. And the honesty is going to come in the form of criticism by your publisher, by your readers, and by other creators. That's exactly what, I mean, you got everything right there. Right? You're not going to get there. You're not going to get there. I don't care who you are. If you're not open to that honesty, you got to be open to it. You can't shut people. You can't just block them on Twitter. You said something I don't like. Oh, just block them. That's, I'm gonna end on this. I'm gonna end this little rant on this right here. Okay, I'm gonna end it on this. One of my favorite musicians out there, singers, Philip Anselmo, said, if one man had one home and one world, he'd live in a world without variety, full of anxiety, no one to point at, question, or even talk to. In his private grave, no matter what color, he wouldn't be safe from hell. He dwells, a closed mind, playing the part of prison cells. And it's absolutely true. You got to keep your mind open. You got to be willing to hear others out. You got to be willing to take that honesty. You got to be willing to know that it's going to hurt. Honesty is a hard thing. There's another song by another one of my favorite artists, Billy Joel, did a song called Honesty. And honesty is such a lonely word, but mostly what I need from you. Some little quote from his song, and it's absolutely true. Honesty is something that we want, that you should want, and you should value. Even the person that is saying and criticizing what they don't like about you or your works and things, and it can be hard to hear. It's not easy, believe me. It's not. It takes personal development to get into a place where you're comfortable hearing people criticize you or your work, right? I'm totally willing to give people that that benefit of any kind of doubt. It's hard. It's hard, especially when you do something that you're passionate about, that you love, and that you enjoy, and to have somebody come in and criticize it, it hurts. It absolutely does. I'm not saying that it doesn't. Most of those tough criticisms are going to come from somebody that you love more than likely. Family, friend, close loved one. That's where most of them are going to come from. These are the people that usually typically crush your dreams before you even pursue them. But you want to not set that table for somebody, some stranger you don't know. Like I said, I know that it's rough. I know that it's rough. I'm not saying that it's easy. But it's a personal development thing too that you have to develop on your own. You have to be willing to take those criticisms and realize that just because somebody says something and criticizes your work and don't like your work or thinks that there are areas that you can improve does not mean that they are saying that you are a terrible person. It's not saying that they think that you're a piece of shit or that you suck or that you're no good at what you're doing or anything like that. All it is somebody saying, giving you some input of what they think, their opinion about you, your works, or anything like that. It's not saying that you suck just because they share that opinion. Because the thing is that person could be wrong. But it's still not up to you to make that decision whether they're wrong or not. It's up to you to take that criticism and look at it and give it the value that needs to be given. And that is ultimately up to you. You can highly value it. And chances are, if somebody's being highly critical, you should probably highly value it. And, a lot of people say, oh, but this person's just trolling. How do you know that? How do you know that they're actually trolling you? Right? You don't actually know that, but I'll be honest with you. Even a troll has some good insights at times. Even trolls have good insights. You can learn a lot from them too. Because maybe that person isn't a troll. Maybe they're just being honest with you, and you don't like their honesty. But anyway, guys, that's all I have for today's video. Thank you all so much for being here today. You know what? Let me go ahead and get into the live chats and see what you're all saying here. Let's go ahead and get into the live chats and see what you're all saying here. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right. My bad. My bad. I didn't get into that. Let's get in here. See what you all are saying. See what you all are saying here. Okay. Here we go. Reefer Man says, I love Donny Cates' Venom run. I'm reading King in Black right now. So good. I still have no interest in buying any of the stuff coming out from Marvel DC. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Venom and the King in Black is some of the best I've read from Marvel in a few years. The Avengers title sucks. The X-Men title started to suck too. Yeah. Thor has grown on me over the past few years. Comic Thor, that is. Yeah. Those first 6 issues that Cates did were great. I really did enjoy those. But after that, I just stopped reading after that. Because like I said, I'm not a big Thor fan or anything, but I just stopped reading after that. So I don't know if it's good beyond those first 6 issues. Actually, I may have got the first 7. Venom, I've always liked, such a cool character. Yeah, he's a cool character. Yeah, for sure. I love the Thor comics. Is one of my favorite characters. Nice. Yeah. So he would, like, Reefer Man would know then like how they stack up with quality as far as quality. I could probably make a whole little 10-minute video about the good and bad of Marvel current. Yeah, absolutely. Chillmonger, my man, what is up? This is more loyalty, more respect, less comics gate. Well, here's the thing: is like when it comes to the comics gate, is they know how to do that. They know how to build loyalty, right? They know how to build that loyalty. They know how to build that respect. They know how to build that honesty with their readers, the people who are criticizing them. Now, maybe not always at the people that are criticizing them. They're no different, though. The people in Comicsgate, they're no different than anybody else, right? Because like I said, everybody's the same. Like, nobody wants to be harshly criticized, you know what I mean? Like, we're all only human. We are emotional. These things that we create, we are invested in them. I don't care whether you're somebody in Comicsgate, whether you're somebody who isn't, whether I don't care. I don't give a damn where you're at. Chances are, if you're creating comic books or creating movies or creating whatever music, whatever it is, you're probably passionate about it, and you probably do take to heart people's harsh criticisms of it, especially those the people you don't like, the opposition out there. But those are the people that you should probably actually be listening to and trying to foster those relationships to find out and knowing, I say foster those relationships knowing that we're not going to get along. We don't agree on things, whether it be identity, politics, race, whatever it is you don't agree about. People don't agree about a whole bunch of stuff. Even on whatever it is you don't agree about, that don't mean that you can't build a mutual respect for each other and listen to what this person is saying and listen to it and take it in and still keep that. You know, you can still foster a relationship with that person and not agree with anything they're saying and not put a whole bunch of value into what they're saying, but you can still extract value out of it. And I think that's important. But I'm telling you, when it comes to loyalty, people in Comicsgate, they know how to build that. You can't go look at a movement like Comicsgate and say they don't know how to build loyalty, right? With their readers, between maybe between some of the creators. But you can't tell me they don't know how to build loyalty. They absolutely do know how to do that. They do. But Mike Porter says, "What the blank? I woke up late and I had to take care of business. Make some calls. Saw you were streaming. Saw a Hulu MODOK trailer that was out a couple of weeks ago. First time seeing it. Then nice. All right. And oh yeah, okay, yeah. I was gonna say, didn't that Venom 2 trailer come out? Is it supposed to be coming out? Did it come out? Let's see here. Let's see. Did that Venom 2 trailer come out yet? Let's see. Let's type it in. There we go. Yeah, Mike Porter, my man in the building. Den is already streaming? Oh, already streaming, huh? Let's see. I'm actually kind of surprised. Josh is actually awake right now. Josh is awake. Josh is awake. Surprised that dude's awake. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. he ain't streaming. I was gonna say, started streaming 33 minutes ago. Wait, are you serious? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I was like, damn. I was like, this motherfucker still got his music shit going on? All right, yeah, no, he's ending. I see. Yeah. I don't really give a shit. Give a shit. He can be already streaming already anyway. That motherfucker's gonna be like, hey, we're streaming now. We're gonna stream later. We're gonna stream all these streams. We're gonna try to stream. We're gonna try to turn this into a 24-hour fucking streaming channel. Oh, but man, we're all getting burnt out. Yeah, no shit. Like, hey, look, 4 people can't stream around the clock for a whole week. Oh man, yeah, I'm talking shit. Oh man. MODOK trailer out. Yeah. What? Hey, wait, it's that MODOK anime. Oh yeah, I'm not worried about that trash MODOK. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been out for a while. Other entertainment fields get applause. That's instant. Well, comics do too. Comics get instant reward. The thing is, like, look. The thing is, like, everybody loves the smell of their own shit, and these people think that, like, oh, hey, I made a comic book that I really enjoy. I poured my heart into. I think it's the best, and they expect everybody to go out there and enjoy it just as much as they. And that's not the way reality works. It's not the way it works. But there's always people out there championing this stuff, saying, "Oh man, this book is great." Out there doing it. They get that. The thing is they're wanting more than that, right? They're wanting prizes and awards and all this stuff for the book that they poured their heart into. It's like, dude, like, you don't get, like, they want participation trophies is what they want. Like, I created something, give me a trophy. It's not how it works. But that's what they want. Yeah, that MODOK cartoon been out for a while. Venom 2 trailer's out already? All right, maybe we'll have to go check it out. I'm only loyal to the Force. We watched that Venom trailer? All right, yeah. Review my book, please. Block. Yeah, I don't even know where that sense comes in at, dude. Like, seriously. And then that's the thing, like, you sent me, like, all these digital PDFs, like, hey, review my book. Block. Like, how am I going to review your book and go share it out on my social medias and I can't even tag you in it? You don't want that much help, do you? Two-Gun Pedro, pew pew. What is up, my man? How are you doing? Reaper says, hell yes, Billy Joel. Honesty, I was thinking it right before you said it. Great stuff. Yeah, absolutely. One of my favorite songs. Yeah, Mike Porter, what is up? Reefer Man says criticism is fine. It's the delivery of the criticism that bothers me sometimes. Yeah, absolutely. Come with respect and I will listen. Come with attitude and I'll tell you to fuck off. Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with you 100% there, Reefer Man. I agree with you 100%. Now, however, I will say that somebody that you generally don't like, even if they come with criticisms and even if they are being respectful, you're probably not going to be respectful towards them or look into it that way because you have already determined that you don't like them. Where, like I said, you should probably actually look at that person because they're probably going to be the most real with you. But you should also look at it as that person probably has a different audience and a different audience, and they might have points that could help you improve to maybe gain some of some readers into their thing, into their circle of readers. I think that's what's important there. Is somebody else is somebody doing that. But yeah, no, I get you. Is it does I do believe you. I do believe it has to do with the delivery of it as well. Mike Porter says, Trinity, can you stand up and show us a full design of your t-shirt so we know you're a Marvel stan? Then I can sell stan tees all over the Pacific Rim. Oh man. That's funny. That's funny, man. I showed the full design of my t-shirt in my thumbnail on Friday night's video for Trailer Park Live. I probably need to have that shirt made up. I probably need to have that shirt made up. Y'all some weirdos. I need to have that shirt made up. Maybe that'll be Excuse me. Maybe I need to make that shirt up. Oh, Trinity, can you stand up and show us your pants? How about your shoes? What you keep? Oh, I'll show you my shoes. Right there. It's like decade-old pair of Crocs, baby. Yeah, they're covered in oil. Look, they don't even have the straps attached. You can't even tell that they were authentic Crocs. Prison style, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. But, oh, man, I'm going to have to check out that Venom trailer. And see what's up with that. You know, I swear there was something else. That I was going to talk about this morning. I can't remember. Can't remember for the life of me what it was. No. But anyway, guys, that's all I've really got for today. We've been going for about an hour. But I don't know. That's all I really have. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below if you're still here. If you are reading or listening to this, like I said, I think Lonnie Nadler's a good dude. I'm not throwing him under the bus for anything. He just made a statement that, for the most part, I actually really agree with, and some that I just you're a little wrong on. But the thing is criticism is something that's not easy to take for anybody, especially when you are talking about something of an artist. If you're talking about somebody's hard work that they've poured into creating a comic book, painting a painting, creating a song, directing a movie, writing a book, whatever, when they're doing something like artistic like that, a lot of people are really going to take to heart the criticisms that you give them. So absolutely, I do believe, like my man Wayne is saying, a lot of it is in how you deliver some of that criticism. I do think that is important because, again, these are things that people are passionate about, that they poured themselves into. Now, I will honestly say that it kind of has to do with somebody's hard work too. If you work at a job, those kind of criticisms matter as well. But chances are, if you're working at a job, even if it's something you're pouring your heart into, it's something that you're not quite feeling. It's a little bit different, and chances are most of the criticisms you're getting there are from your boss anyway, so you're going to take them and not like them anyway. But that's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Second Street Marvel. If you're not already, please make sure you subscribe, click the little bell and all of that good stuff. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Give it a thumbs down if you don't. It's okay. You're not going to hurt my feelings, but you might. And while you're at it, make sure you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. You all have a good day, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.